Hello, streaming to you live. I'm Gordon with Unlock Your Bioenergy. Today is Tuesday, May 19th, 2026. And I want to talk about Kangen versus X20 versus 114 degree DDW. Yes, three things. And then I'm going to follow up with today's workout, a 9-minute warm up with push exercises. And the countdown is still on. 123 days are left till I turn the big 5-0. And it's day number 400 wearing the incredible X39, which you see right here. So, stick around. You might learn something. Why do I say this? Because the gloves are on. They're butting against each other. These companies are fighting against each other. And when I say companies, I'm talking about Kangen and LifeWave. I'm a brand partner with LifeWave. And I like what the X39 and X49 has to offer as a form of a tool for the body. Now, the reason why I say this is because I am always looking for the ultimate best when it comes to what's needed for your body to function at its highest level, to gel together like this and do something that's extraordinary. Now, with these two companies, they're fighting against each other because they're both MLMs. And when I talk about fighting, I'm talking about fighting with this here. I'm going to show you. So we have the X20 versus the eMagic or eMagic K8, which is known by Kangen. That's on the left that you see. It's called, some people say Kangen. I don't know which way is the correct pronunciation for it, but they both compete in the space of water treatment. Now, with the Kangen on the left, the category is core technology is electrolysis, versus the X20 is using multi-phase system. They said filtration, hydrogen, and light infusion. So like sunlight infusion, I guess. Well, could it be UV, ultraviolet blue? I'm asking the question, like what color of light is being put into the water? Because our bodies already emit infrared light, right? So you want to, I think about, okay, well, how do you supercharge that, or how do you strengthen it? Well, it comes by way of water, the cleanest and most absorbable. In my opinion, that's what makes most sense to me. Because there's no secret that your body needs to use hydrogen and oxygen. And what do we have an endless supply of? Oxygen. Oxygen is endless because it's going through here. Right? But what isn't endless? It's hydrogen. So, how do we get it? Well, you eat things. You drink things. And when you do that, then your body absorbs it in different ways. Now, when people talk about water, they're saying they drink alkaline, or they're drinking acidic, or they're drinking distilled water, or deuterium depleted water. What differentiates those three? Well, if you treat normal tap water with the Kangen machine, does it alter the isotopes of hydrogen? And this is an important question because hydrogen is known to be in 3 states, 3 different states. And that's at the isotope level. So that's at the very small level. It can be positive, negative, or radioactive. Hydrogen is the only known substance in chemistry, modern day chemistry, to be in those 3 states. So we all kind of know that radioactive is probably not a good thing. And why is that? Well, nuclear reactors are known to create deuterium. And it's because of the process in which how it goes about. So it's the chemical reactions that are happening. So is this deuterium everywhere? So is there value in consuming water that has no deuterium in it? I ask the question. Because it's no secret that if you read in the X20 manual, which I already shown a photo of many episodes ago, where from worst to best, you can put water into the X20. The worst being tap water. The next one, second worst, I think, I don't know if it was filtered water or spring water. Can kind of flip the two back and forth. Third was, or the fourth, was oh gosh, no, was it distilled water? Or, and then the last one was deuterium depleted water. Why is that? Is that technically the best? Does LifeWave know about it? Maybe. Well, it's written in the manual, so they must know about it. So when I talk about 114 degree molecular bond angle hydrogen bond angled water that's deuterium depleted, is there something to it? This is the third piece. The third company. Now, I've known about the third one for this year will be 5 years. And people will say, you know, they will compare different products between one to another, rightfully so, and say, I like this one because of XYZ, I like this one because XYZ, and I like this one because of XYZ. And some people will say almost anything to sell something to you or to make you buy it. I personally don't like that, by saying just anything to make you buy something, because I'm the type of person that likes to have more concrete evidence. And I say this because I don't want to be in a position where I'm going to say something and can't back it up. I don't like that. That's not me. Because I value honesty, integrity, and conviction. That's how I like to live my life. Now, do I demonstrate that to you here? Well, today's episode number, what did I say? 277 live streams. Showing you that this guy, almost 50 years old, is as real as a heart attack. Right? How many times have I hit heart rates over 200 at my current age of 49? How many times? If you want to know how many times, go to the YouTube channel and look at the playlist. It says, I'm as real as a heart attack. And then you'll see how many times I've hit over 200. It's there. Now, am I trying to brag about that? No, I'm not bragging. I'm trying to just give you evidence. Real evidence of what's possible when you do fuel your body with the best, when you power your DNA with the best. Now, that just doesn't mean one thing. It means this many things. 10 or more. Because the body is a master at compensating for things. I've said it before. And it's very important. So you can't have one thing without the other. That's why when I'm seeing these companies are fighting against each other for market share. Who is really leading by example? Who? I'll tell you, I'm trying to lead by example strictly from my point of view. What affects me? And I disclose all the things that affect me. Are there things that are foundational for everybody? Yes. What are those foundational pieces? Cleanest and most absorbable. Water. Because without it, you ain't living long. You should know this. Go live in the desert. See how long you can live for without water when it's 45, 46, or hotter. I don't know. And if you don't know how to burrow in the sand to find water sources or cut open a cactus to drink water, you ain't gonna live long in those environments. We all kind of know this. So this is why I'm saying there are certain things that are foundational for the body. Water being one of them. The second one is good minerals and the salt that combine together that the body needs. But in order for the body to be absorbing the water, that water's got to be like a magnet. Right? Got to be absorbable. Is there a difference between Kangen, X20, and 114 degree DDW? Well, I think there is. And I have records to prove it over the past 277 episodes. Am I a black sheep? No. I'm just showing you what I think is right. Because I eat proteins. I use this as a tool. Okay? Do I say you need to use it? Or need to buy it? I'm just trying to give you good advice. Now, where you live, could drastically affect how well your body takes that signal, the light signal that taps you on the shoulder like this, and says, hey body, make sure you synthesize those amino acids that you eat. But in order for your body to eat those amino acids, hey, you know you got to have the digestive system. The hydrochloric acid to do its job of breaking down the amino acids. And what does it need? You need the cleanest and most absorbable version of hydrogen to combine with the sodium to form that acid and maintain a really low pH of hydrochloric acid inside the stomach. 1 and 2. That way it breaks down the food sources that you feed yourself or that you're fueling yourself. And when your digestive system is functioning at optimum levels, then guess what? Then you have the amino acids that are floating around, and this thing taps your body on the shoulder and says, hey, it's time to synthesize that tripeptide called the GHK. And when you have trace minerals floating around in your body, such as copper, that's in Celtic sea salt or Redmond real salt, then that tripeptide turns into the copper, the GHK-Cu, or the AHK-Cu. Strong therapeutic effects. And is it just a coincidence that my breathing rate is normal, and when I'm doing 200, I'm not huffing and puffing like some crazy person dying, flatlining right here on the concrete behind me? No, I'm still here to tell the story. How is that? How is it? Please explain this to me. What is causing this phenomenon? Is it the use of the patches? I don't know. I don't think so. Because the patches are just one piece. One piece of the puzzle that I'm saying that your body needs in order to unlock your bioenergy, to fuel something. And it isn't a coincidence that drinking the cleanest and most absorbable has an influence on that. Because the light combines with electricity inside the body. We're electric beings. So you want to fuel that body the right way. And when you do that, then longevity and health and strength and all these good things evolve from it. It's pretty simple when you think about it. It doesn't have to be complicated. And when you toss in another element such as your own perfect medicine, which your body produces stem cells, I'm like, people pay big bucks for that. Really? So, am I wrapping everything up into a big present and with a big bow tie and reaping the benefits from it? Like the 3 aminos. You have for glutathione, you need glutamic acid, cysteine, and glycine. Right? Then for GHK, you need glycine, histidine, and lysine. For AHK, you need alanine, histidine, and lysine. So, when I see people promoting, oh yeah, go get your peptides, bait and switch situation. I don't like it. Really, it basically is like the pharmaceutical industry saying, hey, we created this nice situation for you, and we're gonna Off you a nice carrot to dangle in front of you. Really? Are people that naive? Don't be naive. Be smart. Make good choices. There are tools that are available for you that can help you. That's one of them. Now, I tell you how to make the water. I even show you. I don't make one single penny telling you about it. Not one. Am I okay with that? Yes. I'm okay with it. Why? Because I am an empath right here. I care. I've always been that way. And my way of being or sharing my empathy with you is keeping you motivated. Some people don't like it because I give that away for free too. I don't charge you. I don't show you how to build muscle. No. I don't charge you. But if you want to get DDW from me, well then, you have to exchange something for it. Right? Because the DDW, that's germ depleted. That's basically, there's only one way you can do it. You can do it from home. You can buy the machine. You can visit unlockourbioenergy.godaddy sites. You see the QR code there, the website, and then you'll see the buttons. Okay? And I show you exactly how you can do it. Exactly how. No strings attached. Okay? But if you want to utilize this, then you have to buy it as well. And buy it directly from the source. And I've got links in the comments or on the website there too. And that's a tool that I use. I like it. I really do. And it helps me maintain what I'm doing behind the camera here. Do I feel it? Do I feel rejuvenated? Do I feel half my age? You bet. And my heart rate supports that. It backs it up. Because there is no way that having a heart rate over 200 regularly and feeling like it's like everything's normal regularly, there is no coincidence that combining the water and the patches, in addition to my regular nutritional habits, there is no coincidence that there's something special about what I'm doing, especially at my age of 49. If you want to experience the benefits, pull the trigger. Pull it. And is it coincidence I experience faster recovery from exercise? Well, if you watched yesterday, you'll know that I put in the effort doing the pull exercises, and I will put in the effort today doing push. If you want to have an athletic body, you can achieve that. I show you exactly how to do it here. Simple. And today will be push exercises, and I will show you what I do to develop the strength that will help you stay athletic. I'm not looking to be Mr. Olympia or whatever. No, I have no desire for that. But I do want to have a body that I can, do things around the house, no problem. Play some sports if I get invited. Have a good arm wrestle here and there. Like, those are simple things, right? And you can experience them too. And what I'm doing specifically here is not isolated only to men. Women can do it. You can do the same thing too. You just need to use lighter resistance. I'm using pretty heavy resistance when I do this. And I always try to focus on making sure I fatigue the muscle, because it does not know any number. It only knows what it feels. That's the difference. And when you can hang in there in that feeling of discomfort for as long as possible within 3 minutes, that's all I do, 3 minutes per muscle group each week. Or each muscle type. And I have the results to show for it. People who see me in person, they notice. They notice. The camera sometimes doesn't really depict that, but when you see me in person, then you really see it. Because then your eyes don't lie. The camera might lie a little bit, but your eyes, face to face, they don't lie. So, are you ready? Power your DNA with the best? When you're ready, pull the trigger. And I ask that you support me. If you're seeing this live stream, and if you want to get DDW from me, please tell me. Or you want me to just set up a shop and then you can go and you can look, and if you decide to pull the trigger, you can extend the benefits of DDW with one of these. It's called a syringe, right? You know, these things here. You get them at a pharmacy. You take deuterium depleted water with the 114 degree molecular bond angle water, and you take, for 16 ounces, you need 4 milliliters. So you take, this is 3, so that you take 3 and squirt it in, take 1 more milliliter, and then add that, and then stir it together and mix. And what that will do is change the properties of your spring water or your tap water to match the properties of the 114 degree molecular bond angle water, and it actually makes it more absorbable. It does. Because if you have a good palate, you know you have a good sense, like a mind-muscle connection, you can tell the difference. You know, and there are things worth waiting for, such as, you know, a good bottle of wine, but how about a good bottle of water? There are things that are worth waiting for. And I'll tell you, after about 6 months of drinking deuterium depleted water, then I noticed something I'd never experienced before. And you can find it. I've blogged about it on my website. Go and read it. I'll never forget it. Never. So, without further ado, today's workout. I'm going to do push exercises. So we're going to start with setting the metronome. So that's good. I'm going to set the tempo for, I'll go slightly faster, 144 today. Okay? What the heck? And I will use the beaded rope before I forget and just tighten my shorts here. I don't want them to distract me while I'm doing double unders, because that's an explosive jump. So, setting the metronome at 144. Timer here is going to be 9 minutes. So 6.5 minutes of tempo at 144, and then followed by high intensity of 2.5 minutes, and that's where I will be doing the double unders. So let's begin. Oh, before I forget, heart rate. Yeah, you see that number, 47? That was my resting heart rate. 50, I could talk to you. This is easier. $180? Huh? So, 20 seconds. Are you ready? Ouch. That hurt. Try and double crisscross. There we go. There we go. So is my VO2 strong? I ask you this question. Is it? I think so. And grab some more water. So, 49 years old. Can you keep up with me? That's my challenge to you. Can you keep up? And I'm not trying to be too, how would you say, have an ego or anything about it. No, not at all. I think it's important to have stamina and endurance. And when you have that, you can do things. Just like how I can do it just now. All right. 17 seconds left. And today's exercises, I'm going to focus on the tricep and chest. So, there we go. That's 2 minutes recovery. So you can see how my heart rate has relaxed and settled down after 2 minutes. So, first exercise. I'm going to take the vibration plate and set it somewhere here, largely because the first exercise that I'm going to do is going to be dips. Let's put it in the center here. There we go. Okay. And then, so, that's where I've set, I've got Body Elastics black bands set behind me. So one here with a small ankle strap, the one that's wrapped around a couple times, and the same thing on this side, okay? And so, to do the dips, I'm going to kneel down onto the vibration plate, like this, and press down as if I'm doing a dip. And basically I want to stay in the area of fatigue, failure, as long as I can. You lean a little bit more forward, you get a little bit more of the chest, the lower chest. So, I can feel the tension on the lower pectoral, and I want to keep the tension on. Now explosive and create that speed. A slow negative. exercise. The next one is going to focus on the upper pectoral fiber. So I'm going to change the angle of the vibration plate and incorporate the exercise ball. With that, I've also taken I've got blue bands here, so one is anchored here, and I just realized I need to take the straps off here, and I have it anchored like this, so the single band goes through here, and then both calipers go through the bottom anchor point, and then I'm going to hook on the ankle strap. In doing this, it takes the slack out of the band. So I'm basically shortening it a little bit, because this next exercise, I want to have a nice amount of tension at the very bottom of the rep, and the position of the vibration plate and the exercise ball, this is going to create the angle as if I'm on a there we go. So that's what I want. All right. So holding it upwards like this, there's tension here, and you want to press So the idea behind this is to get the muscle activated. It's doing the movement. Oh. And there is definitely a lot of disturbance doing it this way. And I can feel those upper chest fibers being activated. And that's what I'm after. And I want to sit in the fatigue. Oh. Oh. Wow. This is very, very effective. I'm not as strong in the upper as I am in the lower chest. This thing is bothering me, and I'm tired already. Oh my. Wow. I'll have to remember for next time to drop that remote down. Whew. Wow, okay. Next up is the wide chest. So here I was focusing on the upper, pressing this way. Last time I was down this way, now I'm going to be this way. So staying in this kind of range of movement. And for today's variation, I like doing this one here, just making sure that I'm using my own body weight. And I'm going to take these pieces of wood and I'm going to make the vibration plate wider. Essentially, this is what I'm doing. So taking these strips of wood and then I'm going to use these twisting things here. I could do it this way if you wish. Like that's one way you can do it, but I like to have just to relieve the discomfort from having your wrist stretched this way. And then I'll take this here and I'm going to raise my feet a little bit so that way they're the same height as these guys. So my feet, that's the idea behind this. Alright, so, and when you're pressing, make sure you stiffen the glutes, the quads, and the core, so that way it's straight. And press up and down like you're a pencil. Alright, let's go. Slow negative. Wow. Now you can change the position so it's a little bit more narrow. The bottom is a sticking point. Wow. So there's really not a lot of room for error. And to hold it here isometrically, it's a whole different feel. Oh, wow. Wow. You really got to fight through that. You know, it's all about putting the tension on the muscle and finding the fastest way to do it. And to stick in the, work it within the area of failure. Just keep trying to push through. And when you push through more. And when you push through again. Just keep trying to push through that. Next up, flies. This is where I'm going to take the bands here. And yeah, you know what? I changed my mind. I'm gonna, or maybe I'll stick with the blue ones today. I'll try it. Try to keep the resistance similar. And this blue one's going to go on the post on the other side. So, all right, now this here I'm just going to move out of the way. Mark the height. Oh yeah. There we go. So, with this exercise, I'm going to take the kind of eye it here, distance-wise. Oh, just realized I want this to fit on my elbow and the other strap. This one here. Okay, this one's going to go like this. This one's going to go like this. So I kind of eye it in the center. So this here, I'm going to squeeze the elbows together to follow the fibers. Basically, work the sternum fibers here all the way through. And so with the vibration, it creates the disturbance. Alrighty. By having them high up here, put down, hands down. So with the last exercise, I was basically working this part here, but now I'm getting the latter part of that range of movement for all three of the dip, the upper, and the wide. And then you can work the explosives and the different areas of the movement, following the fibers. And using the bands like this, there's no weight inertia, so you can go explosive all the way through without worrying about the weight pulling all the way and overstretching the muscle, because you're controlling that movement. So wow. That's good. All right, so that's 3 minutes. Following the sternum fibers. Next is okay, the stretched tricep extensions. So basically what I'm going to do, I'm going to use the red bands this time. Slightly similar to what I did yesterday with the biceps. I want to stay in the realm of fatigue as long as I can, and yeah, I'm gonna do this way. So I'm gonna use the small ankle straps. And okay. Alright, so with this variation, I'm going to take the weight here and place it on the ground because I want to use the weight as just to prevent my lower body from being pulled off the vibration plate, because I want to be able to keep the tension. Yeah, okay. So this is going to come like this, or somewhere here, I think. I don't, just kind of guesstimating. I might have to adjust this yet. And the reason why I'm doing it this way is because I want to pretend as if I'm taking a football or a baseball, or I'm going to toss a basketball even. So this is basically taking the muscle and stretching it from the stretched point. So here I have the bands are just starting to pull up, and then work them this way. Okay. So I attach the ankle straps to my wrists. I want to take the forearm or the wrist or the hand out of the equation. I want the tricep to do all the work. I don't want the wrist or the hand to be flexing. I want the tricep to do the work. So here I'm holding it. Last week I used the blue bands, and I found that I fatigued in the legs more than I wanted to, too fast, because I was holding the position. Oh. Here I'm trying to explode as fast as I can out. That's triceps are fatigued. Whew. Wow. I could probably go one less band color, maybe a green. No. Wow. I was fighting that one. Now, I'm just gonna find out where this one needs to be. So I'm gonna face towards the wall and press down this way. So this distance is good for a starting position. I don't have to change it. Okay, but what I will do is take this weight. I'm going to place it on this side and use it as an anchor point. So this is 70 pounds. Maybe here, I think. Yeah, that's good. Okay. So this way, for this variation, this is what I call the holds. So, and basically, fall and hurt myself. Stupid thing. And you're gonna stretch the bands this way with the vibration. So basically, it's focusing on the latter part of the movement. The first variation was the first part. Oh, I hit the wrong button. Alright. So here, holding it this way, down. So, getting the latter part, you can change the angle a little bit. So you get a little bit in the middle. And then come up and squeeze it. Hold it all the way. Do an explosive all the way through. So this gets the lats involved a little bit. So if you have weak lat or row muscle, this exercise becomes more difficult. So you don't want your elbows to be moving forward. You keep them beside you. Get the triceps to do the work. So this becomes somewhat of a complex type of exercise, even though yesterday was focused a lot on the lats. So today they get a little bit more reminder. So probably could attach the band one slightly higher. That way I get the middle. Or I could take this and attach it to the bar above me. That's what I could do now. I just thought about that as a variation. Use a small anywhere anchor. I have another one. So what I was thinking, just gonna try it just momentarily to see for positioning. So what I was talking about was taking this anywhere anchor and attaching it here. Okay. And then taking this band. Okay. I'm going to try a rep or two just to see how this is. Just out of curiosity. So this is bonus for today. Okay, so you can see what I've done here by that's where I could, okay. You could almost turn this into a one variation. So I'm going to try this variation here for one set just to see. So here I'm getting almost a full stretch, but not a complete stretch on the triceps. So, oh yeah, this actually is good. I like it. It's just right. So here I can, it's a little bit less weight on the hold part. So as a finisher, this is a nice complete variation. So holding it high, and the bands are pulling up here, and I'm not holding the strap with my hand, it's around my wrist, so this is forcing the tricep to do the work. So that is it for it today. So slightly longer because of the bonus exercise that I decided to do. And let's have a look at, so today's date stamp, May 19th, 2026. Starting time was at 2:05 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. And maximum heart rate I hit today was 181. That was momentarily at, I remember when it kind of happened. And I thought maybe I might be able to replicate that, especially during this section right here, which was the 2.5 minutes of double unders, but it didn't happen. So, whoops. Just want to zoom in here. So my starting heart rate was at 47. I remember that's when I saw. And then obviously my heart rate jumped up and down throughout the rest of the workout. So needless to say, another solid effort today. And I'm here to help motivate you and to prove to you that the choices that I'm making are actually beneficial. That is why I'm doing what I'm doing. Because it's one thing to yap all you want, talk all you want, right? Talk. That's marketing. You know, I'd rather prove it to you, and this is my way of doing it. So, 49 years old. How many more days left till I'm the big 5-0? 123. So, and I'm counting those days down. And the 3 aminos are helping me experience the benefits. Scan the QR code, find the links in the description or in the comments, and you'll find a lot more information here. If you're ready to pull the trigger, scan the QR code either there or right here and experience what I think is the best. So see you tomorrow for Wacky Wednesday. It will be leg day, and I'm going to try to make my legs scream as much as possible. So I'm going to try to stay in that realm of fatigue and failure like I did today and yesterday. The legs are a bigger muscle. They send a stronger signal to the brain saying, oh, I don't like how this feels. So I'm going to try to stick with it, if you want best way to describe it. And we'll see how it goes tomorrow. So tune in then. So eat well, sleep well, and use this when you sleep. Help with detox. That's what I do. So we'll see you tomorrow.